If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Okay, your anniversary report is ready. Okay, and
Okay.
just take 5 minutes and give a glance on it. So I have created a report, advanced report, all active and terminated workers. Okay. And then I'm just taking this field as you did, like, no, I use the same logic. Okay, I took the date difference between, as I took 5th of October, people who are hired before 5th of October, okay, and those who have completed 1 year in the organization, okay, it will consider it. So I took the date difference between hire date and 5th of October.
Correct.
This year.
Okay.
So it will return me in years. Okay.
Okay.
And years.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the filter, I have added that field and greater than or equal to 1, which means they should be greater than 1 year. Okay.
Correct.
And from the higher date, I took month.
Okay.
Okay. And that should be less than or equal to 10.
Okay. Oh, you gave a exact value. Okay.
Yes. And higher date in the days should be less than or equal to 5.
Okay.
This is what logic I used.
Okay. So I gave fetched it from the calc field, but you gave like a constant date. Okay, fine.
Both are same, right?
Yeah. So maybe I thought, maybe I did I mean, this is more easy, this is the easiest way. Like I think this is simple, right? So I just complicated it.
Yeah. See, no, nothing is greater than 5 and nothing is greater than 10.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see, remove the filter and you can check it. Nothing is greater than 10. Okay. Got it. I gave the report.
Yeah. So I'll just make a note of it. Yeah.
You can see nothing will be greater. I checked it. Nothing is greater than 10 and not greater than 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start with EIB outbound today.
Yeah, we can start. So I did create the integration co-connector worker.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also created the user and the group.
Okay.
So I have so what I did was I gave security access through view domain and through view security for secureable items. So I gave access to the particular user. So then there is this option called when you go to that integration field overrides and then test security. So so do we find any changes? Because initially I set it to is true in the eligibility criteria.
Okay.
So
can you share your screen? Can you share your screen? So verbally, maybe it is good to if you share your screen, it will be good for me to understand more clearly. I'll stop sharing it.
Yeah, I can share it.
See, the report name is, if you're using this tenant, the report name is CR Anniversary Shushma. Okay.
Yeah, I made a note of it.
Okay.
So I'll check in case if so this is the integration that I created.
Okay.
So I kept the reference of this. If you remember, there's this integration document, right?
Yes, this integration services. Yes.
Yeah, so I kept this as a reference. So I did everything.
Okay.
So and then if you see this 12th step, so it says it should give me the output something like this.
Wait, can you show me the cursor? Where is that output method you're saying?
This one I'm saying.
Which one? Can you move your cursor and show me?
Yeah, here. I'm selecting it.
Okay. The eligibility criteria should be there. Yes. That's why I asked you, right?
Yeah. So initially, when I started doing the integration, I set the eligibility criteria to is true.
Okay.
Okay. So my addition of user group, like I added the integration user to the particular integration, right? So will it make any change to the eligibility criteria?
No, okay. I understood what your
Correct.
question. Can you go to your integration? I'll tell you what you're facing the problem. I understood. See, they are saying like eligibility criteria is mandatory. On top of it, we have additional overrides, integration field overrides. Did you add a field overrides? That is what is meant for. See, they are going to add eligibility criteria under field overrides, and also they are going to add some field override fields. I'll tell you. Share your integration. Can you share your
Yeah.
integration screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to actions.
Okay.
Go to integration field overrides.
Oh, sorry.
Configure integration or yeah, configure integration field overrides. Field overrides. So under this field overrides, we have two options. One is eligibility criteria. Okay. But we don't have any overrides here. Why? I'll say why. Okay. They are saying like if you added the field override services, how do we have to define a field override service? How we will do it? I'll show it today in class. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll show
So,
today.
okay. I also have a quick question for you. So, where do I get the initials, username, and the Workday ID?
See that we have to define it. That is defined. We have to define a field override service. When you define it, it will pop up here. I'll show that. I'll show in class
Okay.
today. Okay.
Okay.
That's why you create this. I just created for ISU. I asked you to create this. I know, like, no, I'll add 2-3 fields and show you what is field overrides, what is field attributes. I'll discuss the field services today. All the
Oh,
services. Okay.
done.
Okay, in 15 minutes, I'll complete EIB outbound. Okay, see, I'll give you the XSLT functions. Basic function, I'll take it. Maybe on the last day, I will give some few files, XSLT functions, which I've used it in my previous thing. You can go through those functions. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See, if I take it in class, there are a lot more, right? A lot more XSLT functions are there. Okay.
Yes.
So you can go through those functions before the interviews. But it's
So,
not, if I take function, it takes a lot of time.
yeah. So, did you get some time to like go through the job description?
Yes, I do go through it. It's a manager role, right? Integration manager role.
It's an analyst role, kind of an analyst.
I wrote it as integration system. It's a Workday integration system manager, integration manager, right?
Analyst type. Integration system analyst.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's okay. So the thing is, they
But you
also.
also in your resume you added functional. You are aware of the functional config for benefits and compensation and all.
I mean, I did mention to them in the first interview itself that I have worked on it, but it's been a while that I'm not in touch with all those. So I'm only good with integrations.
Okay.
So I work in the past because when when I was in working for organizations, so
Okay.
my functional team needed any help or something. So if there is no resource or something, so I
Okay.
go with them and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
understood. In your job description, they have more of integration as well. I do go through
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I prepare according to that. See, they include everything. They have included EIB Studio, into Coconut, everything they have included in the job description.
So, what is this thing? So, use of Java in the integration studio?
See, we use most of the studio is like, no, we use Java functions. You said hash map, right? Hash map is a Java function. It's a Java predefined functions. Okay.
Yeah.
See, ML expressions are all, why they're asking what Java background is like. See, people who have Java background can understand studio easily because we use most of the Java functions. That is why they ask for who have it's not like only Java background people can do it, even we can understand and do it. Okay, that's a major ask for it. That's it. Don't get panic with that. It's just that ask. See, if I show this one, like tomorrow we'll start with studio. In that case, I'll show like why they are saying Java background is more important. Like they're expecting a guy. That is what it is. Okay. It's not that way. Workday people should know Java. It's not that way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know about business process framework? What it is?
Business framework.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did work on it, but like now it's been a while. I have not tried
Okay,
it.
last 10 minutes I'll test what we can like know how to call integration
Yeah.
in business process and all those stuffs. I'll tell you.
Yes.
Okay, why
Okay.
they use why they use that for automation purpose. I'll tell you on that. Okay. So as I said, I'll make you make sure you pass the interview and you're able to answer the questions for the interviews. Okay, as per the job description. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Done.
So let's start with EIB outbound today. Okay. So what is the task? Create EIB again. So did you get a chance to practice on EIB inbound?
EIB inbound, I didn't do it because I got stuck here. So I was trying to like figure it out, but I'll do it like send it in an hour or something. I mean, after the class.
Okay, and like if you're comfortable on to practice, then it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make it your name so that you can refer it for future purpose. Okay.
Yeah. Can you share the screen?
Sorry. Okay.
No, sure.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, sharing. Can you see the screen now?
Yes. Yes.
So I went to the task, create EIB. Okay.
Yeah. And you selected outbound?
Yeah, and then I give this name. Since I clicked back, it went okay. Okay, this is task I did. EIB. I'll make it as INT. EIB. As you know, we all follow this naming convention of, you remember, right? INT we follow some numbers, and then EIB outbound. We specify it is inbound or outbound, and we give the what is employee details or what this integration is meant for. It's inbound from SAP to Workday or Workday to something. So we mentioned this as well, a brief description of it. Okay, outbound. Okay. So what we will give the name, you want to specify any ID to it. You can want to be INT001 only as an ID. You can still give it. Okay, it's an editable one. Okay. Description is something already exists. They are saying I'll make it as okay.
Okay.
Special characters not allowed. Okay. Okay. So comment, we can give what description, what this integration is going to do it. It's optional. If you want to give details, comment about what this integration in one line, you can give it here. That's the description is. Okay. Get data. So to have a report to have an outbound integration, we need a custom report. Okay. Data size type, we can have custom report and also we can have web servers. Okay. So basically we use custom report. Okay. So we'll create one basic custom report here.
Okay.
We'll create a custom report.
Just created. Maybe we can do that if that's helpful.
Okay.
Let's see our anniversary, Sushma.
Anniversary. Okay. Okay, I didn't enable as web service, I think. To call a report in web server, EIB or we should be enabled as web service. I'll add 2-3 fields to it. Okay, I'll just add basic fields like gender and those stuff. So there is to show an XSLT with 2-3 functions. It will be easier for me to show you. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I think we have active status hire date. I'll just add gender here. Okay. And I'll add first name, last name. Okay. So that I can show you concatenate function.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I want enable as web service. Sorry. Okay. Why do we go for EIB? EIB is also going to give you a CSV file, whereas custom report is also going to give me a CSV file. Why do you go for EIB plus EIB basically?
So we go for an EIB when there is like when we have to combine the output of um two
No, we
two
cannot
different.
combine. We cannot. We can call only one report at a time in EIB. One in studio, we can call multiple reports. But in EIB, we can only call one report. It allows you to call only one report at a time. Okay, I'll give an explanation for it. See, if you take business process transaction, give in real time scenario. Okay, if someone asks why do you go for EIB? Okay.
Okay.
Real time scenario is like when you use business process transaction indexed as a data source, right? That data source will give you effective data transactions. Okay. For example, I'll say like I'll take one Word document. Like my scenario, what does data source basically do is like it will give, for example, if an employee has like no for compensation, 4 dates are there. 4/1/2010 has happened. 3/5 like no 3/3/2009 has happened, and 1/1/2005 3 transaction has happened. 3 effective transactions for com change.
Okay.
I'm giving an example, okay? Compensation has happened. So what this business process transaction will give you, like it give you all the 3 ones, all the 3 effective transactions of compensation change. Okay?
Okay.
Because it will display based upon, I'll quickly create and show you that one so you have an idea of it.
Okay.
5 minutes, okay? Just show you how it
Yeah.
looks, just understanding of it. Create custom report. So that data source gives you all effective data transactions. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say one more thing also. On 4th itself, 2 compensation has happened. Okay. Let me create a report and show you. So it will go as per the business process transaction, right? It will have a for each business process. For example, in the prompt we are using, let's say, change and hire or termination. So what all you want to include in the output, you can use it. Okay. PR transaction. Okay. Click. Okay. So when you do this report itself, it will show. Let me show the prompt. You will understand more clearly.
Okay.
Can you see here what this completed on and after effective date? It looks like co-connector parameters, right?
Yeah.
So in this, if you want to have any effective date transactions as per the business process, this is a very useful data source to bring it. Okay. So here, for example, let me add few things and I'll run the report and show you. Real-time example one, okay? A very useful data source, as I mentioned from the first class. Okay. So the business object is primary business object is action event, which is from the worker receipt to look for it. Okay. And then I'm going to have my job profile. Current. Or else job title. I know why it doesn't see job profile will be tied to worker. We have to put a lookup related value and then take it. So I use as a business object here. We have current and propose we want to take it, we can take it. Let me take this and I'll show at the effective date also. I'll be from action event, I'll take the effective date. As per the action, what is the effective date, right? I'll take that one. I'll also add the compensation change. We have proposed and current is there. Wait, let me take it. Okay, let me add one and let me show the output first, then I'll take the other ones. So I'll just run it and I'm going to give the business process as compensation change, request compensation change, right? So I'm just going to give propose compensation or whatever business process you want to track it, you can take it. Request compensation change. Okay. So whatever transaction is successfully completed, or I want to take all the transactions with respect to effective date, will show you.
Okay.
See, the effective date is 1/1 here. Let me take any effective for same employee. It's just like any employees having repeated values. So let's take Logan. Let's take Logan McNull. See here, see there are a lot of transactions with respect to compensation change. Okay. See, all have returned it, but in all active and terminated workers will get only top of stack. Right? So this will give you all transactions. So we cannot handle this in report, but I want to get, for example, we had 2 transactions for 1/1/2008, 3 transactions. But I want to have only one effective date per transaction. For example, what is on 28 to the one on top of this, I want only this value. Okay. How will I do this? Can we handle this in report? No. We need XSLT functions called group by. We can group by effective date and take only one transaction. In the for loop, we can put for each, we can put group by function and we can group by effective date. We can take only one transaction per effective date. Got it? So we want XSLT to be performed on this and we go for EIB. You can say this as a scenario. Got it?
Yeah.
Something so which cannot be handled in report itself, we go for XSLT functions.
Yes. So that is where we get documentation transforms.
Yes. See, when that one thing is that, see, can we deliver a report to an SFTP server? Do we have an option to deliver the delivery service and report?
Yeah.
We can deliver a report to a delivery service, SFTP server?
I don't think so.
No, right? We don't have an option. Deliver custom. We can mail it or we can send them to their inbox in Workday. Right?
Okay.
But we cannot. We can share the report and they can run it and see. But we cannot deliver to the SFTP server. So some document which has to be delivered to an SFTP server or delivered to someone else out of Workday, you need EIBs. Okay, 2 ways. Okay. Understood the scenario, right? This one and that one. Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to, like, if they ask why do you, we frequently ask this question. Report also gives a CSV file. EIB also gives a CSV file. In which what scenario you go for EIBs? Got it?
When we, so we go to EIBs to get all the transactions. As in, like,
see, for example, let's consider on 1/1/2000, there's only one transaction. So for this effective date, I want one transaction in my output file. Okay.
Correct.
See, I have 3 transactions for 1/1/2008. I don't want all the 3 transactions. I want only one effective date, one transaction.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want this other 2. I want only this top. See, because all which is on the top is the recent value, right? Which gives you the here they may not have any real-time scenarios, but in real time, we like know what is on the top will have you the real-time values, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it? Okay, I want only the
Yeah.
topmost values. I don't want this values because it doesn't make any sense to me. Sending this value to be to this output like no to someone else. So I want what has happened on 1/2008 on the which is on the top. Okay, can we handle this in like no in report? We cannot handle this.
Okay.
So we will go for CIB like the XSLT functions. We have a function called group by. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that function will group by, we have to group by one field, right? So I'll group by effective date. So it will group all this by one effective date, one date.
Yes.
So which is on the top, we'll get it. That group by
Yeah.
function will be useful for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's clear, or you want to explain still more?
No. I got it.
Okay. So you use them like to you tell them like when you start like when you go for EIB, tell them like business process transaction. Don't go for index. Say business process transaction data source will give you all the effective data transactions. So that I want to do like send one transaction per date. I want to take all the effective transactions, and I was going for EIB because I want to send only one transaction which is on the top to I have to send to the external person. So I was taking group by function to do that thing, and I was doing succeeding that by XSLT. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's come to EIB. They have two options. I'll tell you. Your data set will be, or data source will be custom report. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we have two transformation type in EIBs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One is custom report transformation. One is custom transformation. What is this custom report transformation? Okay, basically we don't do this, but I'm giving an option like when rare case we use when we want a pipe delimited file, or when I wanted like output the same as report. Okay, and there is no for much of formatting. Whatever is there in report they wanted, but they want a pipe delimited file. Can we have it in from report as a pipe delimited file?
No, I guess.
No, we'll get only Excel file, CSV file from the report. Either we can export to an Excel and we can see it, right? How we can do that? First, we'll see about custom report transformation. Then I'll go for custom transformation. Okay. What is this custom report transformation? It's a Workday deliver transformations where we can just configure it. We don't want to write any coding to it. We can just configure it. I'll show you how.
Okay.
And this delivery method, we have this SFTP where you want to deliver your files. Okay. And you want to specify the file. File name is, let's say, output underscore Sushma. .csv. Okay. And my document retention policy, as you know, what is document retention policies? It will get deleted after how many days you specify? 10 days. Or maximum is 180 days we specify. Maximum is 180 days. Okay. And I'll talk about sequence generator in a meanwhile. Okay. For EIBs, I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Okay. So now my EIB is ready. My custom report is called. I'm going to have custom report transformation. But what is this transformation? Where do you configure that? You will see it now. Okay. Go to actions. We have to do a configuration of I want a pipe delimited file. Okay. Go to enterprise interface, configure transformation. Okay. Go here. You will get an option like uses delimited, or you want to have a fixed length file. If you use delimiter, it will ask for delimiters. If you use fixed length, it will not show delimiter. Okay. Now I'll show uses delimiter. If you scroll down, it doesn't ask for column width as mandatory fields. Okay. But if I make fixed width, it will make column width as mandatory.
Okay.
Okay. I'll use delimiter now. You know fixed width file, right? A fixed width of like column ID is employee ID is 10 digit. 10 it should be fixed width. Know about the fixed width field like the file type, right? So this is it's by default it's comma separated file. I'll make it to pipe. Okay. And you want to have what type of line ending you want. You want line feed or carriage return line feed. However you want to have your output file, you can have it. Okay. Columns. Whatever field you added in a report, it comes up, shows here. Okay. You can format. It's a Workday delivered one. So you can format. For example, you want to prefix some character to it. You can add to it. You want to add some suffix character. You can have it. Or you want to have like, width as 20. You can have a width of 20 column width. It will be like, you can specify the width. Okay. For example, if you specify the width as 5 and the employee is 10, it will truncate it.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't want to specify, if it's not a fixed width, it's not mandatory to specify, but it is fixed width, it is mandatory to specify it. Okay. And you want to override this column, override the name. Instead of employed, I want to have it as ID. You can override it here. Okay. And you wanted to see basically in Excel sheet, or if you go to any thing, employee ID, you want it to be right aligned. Any numeric field will right align it, right padding it. Okay. Or you want to have some padding of like, from before the employee, I want to have 2 spaces of padding, or after the employee, I want to have 3 spaces padding, not alignment, padding. Okay. I want to have this. Okay. But you want to have with padding with empty spaces, what you do is like, you can see this help text, right? /s. This will add for empty spaces as. You want to have any empty space, you can add like this. Okay. You want to have right padding, you have to choose it and specify the characters. Okay, how many characters you want to do it. So everything you can do it here. Okay. It's a custom report transformation. Okay, it is delivered by Workday itself. You don't want to write any coding to it, just configuration you have to do it. Okay. Click OK. And also one thing I have to specify, like you want to have any headers, you can specify it. You want to have any footer in your document, you can even specify your footers. It's optional. Okay. I'll run and show you. What is that? I name INT001. I'll just give EIB outbound. This one I gave, right? This is the one I gave. I'll add your name so that you can refer it. Okay. So if you want to edit the interface, where will you go and do it? If you want to edit the interface, EIB, where will you go and do it?
Related actions, enterprise interface.
Yeah, edit, and here you have to edit it. Okay. You want to edit the name, I'll add it here as Sushma. Because people will say like always go to integration system and they try to edit it, it won't show up. Okay. Okay. Now I'll launch the integration.
Okay.
Give 1 minute. Give me a minute. Hey, sorry for that. Okay. So now click OK. It will give you a pipe delimited file output.
Okay.
See? Pipe delimited output file. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear about the custom report transformation, right? Now we'll go for custom transformation. Okay. I'll edit on the. You want me to create new one, or I can do it on this one itself, or you want to?
You can do the same
this one itself, right? I don't want to create a new one. Okay. It's very simple actually. I just wanted to know these options.
Yeah, I have done it, but it's just that it's been a while, so
that's why I'm just taking. That's why I go very faster this way, so that you just recollect that it's fine for me.
Yeah. So now that you're doing, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know a bit of this. So once the class is done, I'll do it on my own once.
Okay.
So I'll be confident.
So now we are going to do custom transformation. Okay. And I use Exchange XML editor. If you're fine with Oxygen Exchange XML editor, it's fine. But I quite comfortable with Exchange XML editor. Okay, have it in my system. I use this editor for my writing my XSLT functions for EIBs. If I'm in Studio, I can write it there only. Okay.
Yeah.
But I am comfortable here in writing with respect to EIB. I'll use this one. Okay. Okay. So before we attach it here, I'll write my XSLT coding. Okay, and make it ready. Okay. What is required for that? I want my
XML output.
Yes, I want the report XML output. So what will I do is like I'll run the report, take the XML. Otherwise, what will I do is like I will use I will take any of my existing XSLT code. I'll try to update on it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll enter the credentials. Okay, I'll save it to my desktop. Okay. I just put it. I put it in this folder training. Okay, so that it will be easy for me to. I think it's the answer. Okay, so I'm quite comfortable with this. So I teach with this. As per your convenience, you can use your own XML editor. Okay. You want me to make it bigger?
No, that's okay. I can see it.
Okay. So I'll go to my trainings, and this is my XML. I'll open it. Okay. So I format with this. This is the formatting option to have it like no XML like this. Okay. So for this, like no, now I'm going to write my XSLT. Okay. So basically, as I said, I'll use any of the existing one. Okay. I'll just show. It's a very simple one. I have just made it. Give me a minute. I'll just take that outbound. This is the one. Go to File, Open, and you can take it from your drive. I'll explain each line of the code. Okay. I'm just going to write it. It's not the one it is over. I'm just going to write. See, up to here, it's an XML. It's from the XML only. So you can remove this. URL is there, right? Here you will pass your own XML thing. I'll remove this because it's the report namespace. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll remove this. This is my original XML. This is my XML file. So take this, go here, put it here. Okay. So up to here it will be the same. You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
See, it was previously it was like this. Okay. See, URL colon is there, right? Okay. I'll make sure what is the namespace first. This is our namespace.
Okay.
Got it? So I'm just taking from my XML. XML will have my namespace, right? So I'm taking it from here. That's it.
Okay. Oh, you're taking from the XML and putting it.
Put it here. I'll just take it from my anniversary. This is my original report. See, if we type manually, right, obviously we'll get some errors, right?
Yeah.
So I use any existing file and then I'll try to update on it as per my requirements, right?
Okay.
Paste it. So this is my first step. Whenever I copy any XSLT, this is my first step. I do it from the report. Okay. My output type is going to be text one. Okay. We don't need this line. I'll make you understand. Okay. So first I'll create one empty XSLT1, new XML document. Not XML. Okay, fine. So you know about, since you're already into the system, you know this template match, right? So we will always have this template match and a closing in a template match file, template match tag. Okay. So it starts with style sheet. See, it's keep a maximize it bit. Okay. It starts with style sheet here, XSL style sheet, and get closed here. And next, after inside style sheet, we'll define our namespaces. Okay, that's this is all mandatory. The version is mandatory. Okay, and this is a optional one. If you want it, you can have it. Otherwise, it can be excluded. And this is all mandatory it is from the XSLT coding. Okay, and here we update our namespace, report namespace. Okay, so what is the output type? We need to specify. It is going to be text, or you want to have like no CSV, you can specify it here. Text to file output method. And this is a template match. So we under this, what all has to be called? This is again a default coding of XSLT. We will have this template match. Okay, so this is again a heading. I'm going to have a heading here. Okay, so we have what all report output we have. We wanted to have employee ID, employee, active status, first name, last name, gender. So I'll make it employee ID. Okay, and it's a comma separated file, or you want to have a comma, you can have it. If your output is going to be pi template, you can have pi like this.
Okay.
Okay, and my next this gets the heading. You're guys giving a heading. Okay, employee. My next heading is employee, and my next heading is going again change it to pi, and my next is going to be active status. If I want to be status, I want to be this as status. Okay. You can do whatever you wanted, like heading. You know the header, right? For any XML, for any CSV, we give the header, right? We define the headers over there. Okay. And first name, I have the high date, so I'm just going to add one more thing over there. I have a high date, right? So I'll do it here. And I just going to be my first name. Okay. And then I'm going to have my last name. Okay, I think this is fine. You will understand. You understood about. Don't do the same thing again and again. Okay. Okay, my header is ready. Okay, header is ready. Now, if you go and see your XML, right? What is it? It starts with report data. If you see, if you click on it, it's only one. So you have to get into report data first. So that's why I mentioned the flow as for each loop. It has to go and on. You have to go into the loop because see report entry, one data, one employee, one employee, one employee. So every data, every employee comes into report entry, right?
Yes.
So report entry is one employee. Other report entries, other employee. So my loop will be I have to go to the report data. My path is report data, report entry. If you don't know what is a path, click on here. You will get it here. X path.
Okay.
Okay, this is my X path. Okay, so here I want to get into loop. So my X path is report data, report entry. Okay. I have to get into a loop, right? So I'm writing for each loop. For every employee, it has to come and get it displayed. So I'm using a for each loop. Report data, report entry. So whenever it comes to report entry, I want to display each employee ID. So by simple, you can enter your, 1 minute, connect my charger. Okay. I have come to print my employee ID. So I have created my, so you go to your XML and you can copy from here. It's employee ID and it's a direct field under that. You can choose 210 if you want to print it. So you can copy employee ID and paste it there. Okay, same. So I'm not going to edit this. Next, go to the XML and see employee name is under coming description. See employee and then description. How will I get it into this? So if you want to get any descriptor value, you should use the syntax /@ /@ of W descriptor. You have to put it. Let me show if you're not familiar with it, what you do is like Click on here. It shows you the path rate @ W descriptor. Okay. You can see it here, right?
Yeah.
So you can copy from here and put it in your XSLT.
Okay.
Sorry. I just did Control-Z. Okay. You can put it here. So my is now is WD employee. It is going to under employee and descriptor. So it is employee, not legal name. It's employee. So I'm going to rename this, or I'll copy paste from the XPath. Okay. Fine. Okay. Coming to here. Next is my active status. It's again direct field. So I'll put directly active status. Okay. It's not going to anything.
Okay.
So I'll just copy paste this one again. And you change it to delimiter. It's pi delimiter. So I'll make it to pi delimiter. Okay. Next again, I'm going to copy this. Again, I'm going to have one more field called active status. It's this direct field. I'll remove this. And I'll take it from XML as active status. Okay. US. Okay. Next is what does my function is. First name and last name. Like it's same as I'm not going to do that. It will not be there in my output file. Since I added this header, I'll add it. Quickly I'll add it. Okay.
Okay.
Why I'm copying it like no, if we type, there may be case sensitive problem will come. It's case sensitive. So I'm just copying it from there, from the XML.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Why I add this code? I just voluntarily did this. I'll tell you why. See, if you see this gender, I can use, if you want female fully, you can use this. Okay.
Okay.
But my XML itself is giving me a code called F. I want to
Okay.
get this code. Okay. I don't want female. I want this code. Click on here. It shows you the link, right? The PAX path. So I'm quite comfortable with here. So I use XML exchange editor. I'm saying again, you can use as per your convenience. Okay. So this gives me XPath and I'm quite comfortable here. Okay. Copy it. Go and paste it there. Okay. I have pasted which is already there. Okay. Or else I'll do it again in front of you only. Put it here. WD gender. One minute. Let me go there to the XML. It gives you. I want to get gender code. Okay. So you have to type is there, and if you go here, you have to equal to, you have to give a code. This one you have to give it. This path you have to pass it. Okay.
Okay.
You understood with the coding, right? This syntax is just copy paste. You can do it from the XPath. Okay. And see, if I run the report, okay, I'll just quickly run this report. Let's see how high it is coming. Here it's okay, fine. But sometimes, right, we get the date and time as well. We get this date, time, but I want only first 10 characters. You can use, if you run any, this one, right, in Coconutas, you'll get with date and time. Okay, but I want to have only first 10 characters. Or you want only, you formatted it, and in the report it is formatted in such a way that it is year, month, and date, and you want only year and month. You can take like no substring function and take only 6 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters you can take, so that it gives only year and month, not the day. So substring function will be useful for that. Let me take 8 function instead of, see, substring is a function, XSLT function. What is the field you want to do substring? Which is the position and which is the ending position. Start position and end position.
It's more like a substring text,
Yes.
you know.
Fixed position, start position and end position between two positions. Fixed position, same thing. Okay. And this function is for next line. So whenever it comes, each employee gets completed, it has to come to next line, next line. It's a new line function. You can Google it. It will show you a lot of XSLT functions for new lines. You can do that. You can take it from Google's. The syntax are available in Google's. Okay. So now I've saved this. Okay. Overwritten. Okay. I've saved this. My XSLT file is ready. I will test it here only. Okay.
What is the last function?
This one.
Yeah.
So new line, new line character. So I'll Google and show you. So get familiar with W3 schools. Okay. It has a lot of functions. Okay. If we open a tab. It is not good. Okay. I'll open a new I'll open an incognito browser then. Okay. What is this? What is that? Okay. Google it first. New line character for XSLT function for new. Just type, you will get it. XSLT function for new line.
Okay.
You will get a lot of, like, you have Stack Overflow, you have like a lot of websites are there to have that functions. Okay. See, this gives you, this is a function for new lines. I'll open this.
Okay.
This one. This first function is for new line. I use the same thing here.
Okay.
Can you see it here, right? The characters is for new line. Okay. I will save this. Okay. Now my XSLT is ready. How I will test it here only. It is functioning, working fine or not. So if you're using this one, this is the way we have to test it. Execute simple XSLT. I open the document, which is all opened. This is my first. You have to pass your XML. Select XML input. So I will use XML. Okay. And then you have to choose an XSL input file to test for it. Okay. Saxon XSLT 2.0. We are using the second version. So I have some error here. It throws here only. Substring, I have not passed this end value. Throws this error. Syntax error. Save it. Again, I will execute previous XSLT itself. Since there is a value, it's like character 5 on line 18. Character 5 on line 18. 28 or 18. What is it? Line 28. Okay. This function I'm not using it, so I will remove this. Okay. It's not, I'm not using it that. Okay. I'll copy this. For the new line, before this, after this, I want to have a new line, right? I'm just going to have a new line over here. Can you see the output here?
Yeah.
Okay. Why this end I am having CSV? One I am having this comma is like I didn't replace it. I have to replace here as well with delimiter. At the end, we mostly don't have the delimiters, right? You want to don't have you don't want the delimiter, you can remove from here. Okay. What did I do it? Okay. Delete it. Everything I will change to 5 delimiter. Here it's still with comma. I'll change it to 5. Change it to 5. So I'll test it here only. Make sure my XSLT is working fine using this editor. Okay. I will not upload and check what is the syntax error. I'll check it here only. Okay. It's good to know one editor so that it will be useful for you. Okay. See, it shows one more thing. I don't want this hyphen, so I'll replace here with 7 characters. Okay.
Oh, the date. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Perfect.
Save this once again. So what you do is like everything is ready. So go to yours again to your integration. Okay, somebody is breaking this like that. Okay. Ready to integration. Before that, you have to make sure your XSLT attachment is ready. For for EIB, we have a task called create accessibility attachment transformation. See, one more quick question with respect to interview, like, can we have XTT functions in accessibility, EIB accessibility functions, like in this function, create accessibility attachment transformation, it's a normal accessibility function, right? It's a normal accessibility coding. Can we use XTT functions here? XTT and ETB functions here?
I'm not sure.
No, we cannot use it here. See, EIB can read only XSLT functions. It cannot read XTT and ETB functions. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to use ETB and XTT functions, you have to go EIB plus DT.
Okay.
Document transformation. If you want to use XTT and ETB, we have to use document transformation. In EIB plus XSLT, we can use only normal XSLT functions.
Okay.
Okay, we can use, like in XTT, there are predefined functions to have that. They're like alignment, padding. We have different predefined functions. Whereas in XSLT, it's a huge lot of coding. For you to padding, you have to call a function. Call that function, you have to declare a lot of variables. So it's a predefined function with respect to XSLT. XTT is right align, left align, format date. There are a lot of functions, easier functions available, readily available there. Okay.
Okay.
So this XTT is more easy to have a lot of functions. But if you want to use this function in XSLT, you have to use document transformation. Okay. In that case, you have to go EIB plus DT. You have to create a document transformation integration system and call that in the EIB. I'll show you how to do it, but you can try it on your own. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a few XTT functions. Okay. You can try them. Okay. Now I'll load this and show you first. So to create in EIB, as I said, EIB plus XSLT, you have to create a task called create XSLT attachment transformation task. Okay. In this task, you will create your file, first transformation file. Okay. I'll make it as output file. Okay. I'll choose it from my this. I'll check my output. What is the file got saved? Output goodbye. Okay. Successfully uploaded. Okay. So this is ready. And now I'll go to this integration, enterprise interface edit. So we are going to do transformation type called custom transformation. Once you choose it, you'll ask for the what is a transformation. So we already created this, right? Attachment transformation. So search for your attachment transformation. We didn't give okay, sorry. Got it? Okay. For example, I did some error. I like forgot to add some field. Okay, what you do, like you don't create again and again. Go to this task and don't again create again and again, because it may keeps on adding and adding and like new accessibility gets created and all. Okay, so what you do is like again we have a task called edit XSLT attachment transformation. Because when I started, I was a bit confused where it goes. I cannot search it there. So this is the task where you can go and search for your transformation file and you can edit on it.
Okay.
Okay. This is a task. You can delete it and upload a new one. Okay. Don't create an again. So now I'll launch and show you. So even for EIB, you should assign your ISUs. Okay. If I find time on any other day, I'll you know it. If something is not, you're not able to do this ISU, I'll help it out. Okay. Completed my output file. Okay. Got it. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
No, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I covered all the options with respect to EIBs. Inbound I covered, outbound I covered. Can I put few questions on inbound and outbound?
Yeah, definitely.
Can we tell me the steps to generate a spreadsheet template?
Sorry.
There is the option for how will you generate a spreadsheet template for
How
inbound?
will I generate the spreadsheet template? Can I go and check in the tenant and tell you?
Yeah, but be prepared for it. Okay, go to
Yeah.
actions, template
Yeah.
model, generate spreadsheet template. See, why I was
Oh,
asking the steps, because people may ask, like, no, since you're into the system, how we are familiar with the screens, right?
yeah.
Since you're showing 5 years or 4 years experience into the system and you're not able to know the options, they may like feel bad, right? But we do ask, if the experience fellows, we do ask where is the screens? How do you do that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you know the system, we know it, but it's just a flow of it, right? It's
Yeah.
just in terms of experience. Yeah.
I'll walk.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe ask like, no, you just like, I know it's just a startup you're doing it. Uh,
Mhm.
Go to the screens, like, no, when you ask for like, no, what is the difference between date constant and bill date? Calculated field functions.
Okay. Date constant is adding a particular, uh, date in the column, like an additional date.
Okay. What
And
is bill date then?
bill date, um, uh,
Okay,
bill date.
I'll tell you the difference. Maybe you, if it's making sense or not, you tell me. Okay. See,
Uh,
let me open this. Okay, let me open the Word document. Okay. See, just remember the screen. In date constant, we just have
mhm.
date date function format like no
Yeah.
fixed values, and we have date time and function date and
Yeah.
time, and we have date time and time. So we just only hard code the date. We cannot extract any date from any fields. It's only static
Yeah.
date. Whereas in build date, we can have a combination of static and dynamic dates, right? For example, from the higher date, as you build it, right, from the higher date, you can take year, from the higher date, you can take the month, but I want to hard code my day.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a combination of static and dynamic dates, whereas date constant is only static. It's only static, it's fixed. That's a
Yeah.
major difference.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. Let me put one as a simple one, maybe a stupid question. So, what are three options available for formatting the text?
Proper uppercase, lowercase.
Yes. So, what I was like, if you remember the screen, you can differentiate easily. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would like. No, get familiar with the screens. I know it's a short time, but get familiar with the screens. If you do and again, you will remember the screens. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We get into co-connector.
Okay.
Okay. What is the task to create co-connector?
Create integration system.
Okay. So before that, I just missed two more steps. Can I cover that in EIB?
Definitely.
Yeah. See, I said I want to deliver it. Okay. For example, I can deliver delivery service, but I want to call me document transformation in EIB. What will I do then? I said EIB plus. You should have asked this question, right? You said you can use document EIB plus document transformation. How will I do that?
Business process.
Yes, you have to call your business process. You have to create a business process. After the initiation step, you have to fire this BT.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Then we'll go to.
Can
We know
you
how to
can
add the security. Okay.
you tell me by calling one, like
We
if
can have
possible?
multiple DTs. One AAB and multiple DTs we can have.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We'll have a concept of like one DT and multiple output files. One EIB we'll split the XML into, for example, in my first output file, I'm just getting an example, okay? In my first output file, this is my one XML file, okay? But in my first output file, it should contain only employee ID and employee data. This only I should mean first file. In my second output file, I should have active status and first name and last name. My second output file, which means second document transformation. My third document transformation, I should have gender, I should have hire date, and I should have the remaining information, which is my third file. It's one XML splitting output files. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, got it? Okay, cool. So we'll get into the co-connector soon. So create integration system. So if you take co-connectors, if they ask you, you can say I have worked on co-connector worker, co-connector location, co-connector organization, co-connector. We have a lot of predefined templates called job profiles or okay, predefined templates are there. So you also projected like you also worked on cloud connector benefits, right?
Yeah, I did work on it.
So shall I put few questions about that before we start here? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I remember it. But yeah.
But let me check how is your memory as of now with CCBs? You have really built on CCBs before that?
Only once I've worked on it.
Okay.
But after that, no.
See, definitely they'll ask who is the vendor. What did you say?
Who's the vendor?
Yes. See, we have, if you go to cloud connector, right?
Yeah.
You just type cloud connector. I just give up, like, no, I'm not going to take in depth, but I saw your resume, you have mentioned you have worked on cloud connectors. Okay, that's why I'm just going there. We have this 8 now. These are the vendors. 8 now, Cobra, Dental, HSA. We have a lot of vendors. So what they do is like basically these vendors. Hello?
What is HIPAA? There was this HIPAA was there. No? Is it a vendor?
Hipna, you're saying? Even I am not familiar with all the vendors. See, you work in a partner company or you work in a customer company? You really work in Accenture? Like, I'm not asking you personal information. Okay, it's just like no, we want to differentiate between partner or customer.
Partnered.
Partner. Okay. So why I was asking, like, you worked as a customer, and you said you worked on cloud connector benefits. They're not accepted because customers cannot configure cloud connector benefits as their own. They need implementers. They need partners to do that. Only partner companies can configure the cloud connector benefits. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking this question. Sorry, it's not personal. It's something like to understand the things. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you bluff, it should be reasonable, right? That's why.
A template called HIPAA to like study.
See, if this is a vendor, you should say like this was a vendor I was working on, and I took the input the design file from there. So we have the design files, everything in the community, right? So we do take them, fill them, and
yeah.
So it depends upon, say, like, no, as per the vendors, the output files are predefined. For certain vendors, it's predefined. Only certain vendors we can have the field overrides. See, CCP is something like which is configured. We cannot, only few vendors have add-ons to add for the field overrides. Otherwise, it's only config part. Everything they predefine it. The output file is this, the format is this, the encryption is this. Okay. If you have a community access, go to, I'll share, I think I have the link. And okay, you can search for cloud connector benefits. Under each, you will like a list of vendors' names will be there. Like Cobra, let's just say now, so many FHDT, so many vendors are there. Okay, if they put you on question like this, tell them this is my vendor, this is what, get a clear output of like, no, this is my vendor, this was my output file, and this is what we did it. This is what their, let's just say, plans are. Their plan things are the plans for them. We configure, have one flow on that.
Okay.
Okay, if you project it, just have this one flow for one integration at least.
So should I like go and look at the template in community and tell them that? I use this,
See,
but
if you go in community, you'll, since I don't have the things over here, it's not a partner community. Okay. So only partner companies, if you have partner company community access only, you can see all those stuffs. For customers, it's not authorized to you see the page itself. Okay. So if you work on if you have the community access, you can go and check there. You under each vendors like each like let's take Etna. For Etna, we have certain plans. Right? For each plans, what is a we say like output file length, and what is the encryption. Everything in community, the details are available.
okay.
You can go through that. Okay, at least for
Do
two
I
vendors, you know it.
do I also get a test integration to work on?
But
As in,
you
like,
will not get a. You can try it actually. Okay.
I just want to like create once and see, because it's been a while, so I don't think I remember a lot.
To be frank, even I don't remember the cloud connector benefits. It's just like, no, what I said. It's all like, no, it's just a config part. We don't want to do any add-ons because it doesn't allow to do add-ons itself. It's a configuration part, that's it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with co-connector today. Co-connector, say INT001, co-connector. Okay, so if I say co-connector here, see, we have inbound and outbound. You just, if you have worked on inbound, you say worked on inbound. It's not co-contact mostly for outbound. We use mostly for outbound templates. Okay. See, we have this co-connector location, co-connector organization outbound. You say co-connector payments also. If you have payroll, you can say payment. This one. Say like you worked on co-connector worker position, organization, job profile. Okay. These are the frequently used ones. So if you say more, we may put you more questions. So you get enough with these 4-5 templates. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Locations, you can say locations, organizations, worker, job requisitions. It's all quite simple to understand. That's why I say it. Okay. It's all just a change file. I want to change whenever job profile is getting changed. I want to send the job profile details. I was as like no, I want to send it as per the effective date changes. I want to send them. Okay. You
So
can make it very
basically,
simple.
worker detail change, I use co-worker, co-connector worker. If there is a change in the position, I use co-connector position.
See, for example, if anything with respect to worker, for example, worker is getting hired, you want to send them to the employees, send them who is getting hired, you go for co-connector worker. With respect to worker details, for example,
Yes.
there is an XYZ position. Let's say XYZ position is there, and that position is renamed to say ABC. There is a change in position details. To change like to send any position details change, we use co-connector position.
Okay.
Got it? Difference? The primary detail will be position. If you take worker, the primary will be the worker details. When there is any change, it will send it to them. Got it? Okay.
Okay.
So integration tags I'll talk about. Did we talk about report tags? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
So this is something comment. You give it about the integration, you give it. Okay. Okay. So what are these services? Okay. Let's start with the services first. So when you create the integration itself, you should enable the services. Okay.
Yeah.
What is this transaction log? Like, no, people usually ask this interview questions. What is transaction logs and what it is meant? How can you improve the performance of the co-connectors?
So transaction logs is to transaction service logs basically. So it is to say, suppose if I want to get a specific output for hire or hire events or a termination event.
Okay.
So
Specific to a
yeah.
transaction or specific to a business process, you want to take only that particular transaction, you use transaction logs. What is the purpose of you? What is the benefits of using that services? Okay, let me explain you. It improves the performance of the integration. For example, if you don't specify any logs over there, it will search for everything.
Yeah.
Every data as per the effective date, if it is taking, let's take no, the quota runs on either effective date or the completion dates, right? It will
Yeah.
search, for example, from the last run to today, it will take it. From the last successful run till today, it will take it, right? So from the last successful run till today, what is the effective date? It searches for entire transactions in the worker history, right? To avoid that, to directly get into a higher events only, if you put a filter, okay, it has to look only for higher. It searches faster and gives you the faster output rather than searching unwanted things. So,
Yeah.
we can improve the performance by having transaction logs in the co-connectors. Okay, in
Okay.
interview, they may ask, how can we improve the performance of the co-connector? You may say like, by having transaction logs, we can improve the performance.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's discuss about C. Until you enable delivery service here,
Mm-hmm.
see this all it's all enabled by define. So as I asked you a question, in co-connector, is it mandatory to define eligibility?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because if you see a define eligibility, it's automatically enabled. We don't have to enable. It is automatically enabled. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see here, right? Okay. And
Yeah.
integration map silent is automatically enabled. Okay. See, if you want to have a delivery service, you want the integration to be delivered, then this service has to be enabled.
Okay.
If you
So
want to
is
have
it delivered?
transaction, yeah, to have a
SF?
delivery service, okay, integration to be delivered to SFTP, you have to configure the service. Okay,
Okay.
you want to have any transaction, you have a transaction log service, we should have this enabled. Then
Okay.
only under the actions, you will get the option to configure transaction log service. It will show.
Okay.
Until if you don't enable this delivery service, it will not show you the delivery service to be enabled. You want to enable that, you have to configure, you have to enable it here.
Okay.
Okay. You want to have sequence generator service, you have to enable it here. Okay. You want to have any CSV options, you have to enable it here. Okay. For example, you want to have a profile photo details in your output file, you have to enable it here.
The
Okay.
file name sequence generator is every time it will say output like 1, 2, 3 as in.
I'll talk about that. Yeah, I'll tell you the sequence. How to define, I'll tell you. Okay. Once I finish the services, okay, I'll talk about the
Mm.
every service, I'll talk about it, what it does. Okay. I'll go through that. Based on like no, we have to configure the sequence. We can also format the dates with respect to the file names. Okay.
Mm.
So for example, we have different sections here. For example, I want personal data set. I want only my output they are expecting is like, but I'll enable all and I'll show you which section, what are the fields are there. Okay.
Okay.
I'll not enable two sections so that it doesn't pops up. I'll show you the difference. Okay.
Okay.
Up to the I'll enable these functions. I'm not enabling it to show the difference. Okay. Okay. Let me click OK here. You want to enable all the services, click enable or one shot. Okay.
Okay.
So it throws error. What is error? What could be the error?
Error is because we have
Version?
two attributes.
No, it's due to version required for launch. This has to be specified. It's a
Yeah,
mandatory
that
one. Every
that
integration throws that it's from the integration attributes. Configure
yeah.
integration attributes. Okay. If you go
Mm.
to required for launch, start.
The word top.
Yeah, version. So you can choose the latest version. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, since we came here, we'll start with here. Okay, with attributes. See,
Yeah.
if you want to define a file output name instead of sequence data, you want to define a default output file name, you can define it here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll use sequence and data. Okay, what is this output tags? See, I said we will have multiple DTs in co-connectors. From one co-connector can have multiple document transformation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will use document tags to tag them. These all
Okay.
document translation belong to this integration. We have a tags.
Okay.
We use this document tags for that. So as I said, this is required mandatory field to launch to have any integration created. We will need this version of it. Okay. What is the output format? Basically, from the co-connector, we will have XML, and then we will do document transformation. But you want the output file to be CSV, you can still choose it.
Okay.
You don't have any transformation. You just have to send the XSLT, and you have to send the output change file to a third party. You can still choose CSV. That's it. No transformation, nothing. Okay. Just send the change file to them. That's it. With all the fields included, with all the fields you have enabled, you want to send it, you can choose CSV. Okay. You want to have XML, you can choose the XML file as well. Okay. Include inactive workers in full file. Okay. See, even in co-pointers, we can send full file also. We can send change file also, delta file also. Okay. When we launch it, when you try to launch a co-pointer, we'll have an option like full file option. Checkbox will be there. So to include inactive workers also, you have to check this option. Yes.
Okay.
If you don't select, it won't include inactive workers. Okay. Okay, coming to this name type. See, Younited name type, we have two types of names, right? Legal name and preferred name.
Okay.
Yes, right? So, if you want to include legal name and preferred name, it's fine. Okay, but if we have like, no, you have kind of formal name, these name types are maintained. If any type, like, no, a preferred name is changed, okay, and it is not captured in your output file, what could be the reason? This name type is not maintained in the attribute, so that any change in the preferred name is not captured in the output file. Okay, and that's the reason your preferred name change was not captured in the co-connector, and that's why that employee is not being picked up. Okay, clear? Okay. Next, coming to ISO code. For example, instead of alpha 2 code, if you have any country code in your output file, you want to have alpha 2 code or alpha 3 code, you can choose it. Instead of US, I want to have USA. Okay, then you have to choose alpha 3 code. Okay, this is how this is. Let's take up address type. See, if you take address type, you have home and work. This is a real-time scenario which I faced at PG file output file. Okay, see, we did PG gives you FAQ transactions, right? All the FAQ transactions. So when you go for PG, for an employee, there's a change in home address type, home email address, home address type. Okay, and it was not picked up. Okay, we forgot to enable the home type also. For example, any business address type has to be changed. Until we enable it here, it will not pick up. You're changing the home address type of an employee, and it's not picking up because it is not enabled here.
Okay.
This week I had a real-time example. Okay, I was checking why this employee is not picking up. Then I realized like in attributes, I didn't enable it.
Okay.
Okay. And others similarly, others include private address, everything. If you enable it, until then it will not show it up. It is either you have to email type again, home or work, you have to include it. Okay. Let's come to this interesting topic called include prior values. Okay.
Okay.
See, for example, my name is Muthu Selvi and it is changed to Muthu Lakshmi. But from where I want to know what was the prior value. My change is picked up as my employees, my workers picked up in the output file, but what was my prior value? I don't know. I want to have that. So for the data change audit file, will just be what was the prior value, what was the current value, I want to know it. Until you enable it, you cannot have the prior value. I'll enable it here and you can see the output file and how it looks. Okay. So if you want to have in an XML file or in a data change audit file, you want to have your prior value and your current value, you have to enable it here. Okay. We'll ask this question in interview. Can we have a prior value including the coconut output file? And where do you do that? Okay.
Okay.
It's under integration attributes. Okay. So for example, including the organization type, any supervisory organization or company hierarchy. So you have to enable what type of organization type should be included. Again, same like what kind of identification type, national ID type. Employee has changed in a PAN card and it is not included because that particular national type was not included here. Okay. Is to be discussed that license or national passport. It's not maintained there. The employer has changed in his passport number and it is not picked up just because this is not enabled here.
Okay.
So all these are it depends. Everything comes up here. Okay. Until you enable it, it will not pick up. Okay. Again, this document retention policy is also maintained. Maximum, as I said, 180 days.
Okay.
Okay. What are this integration attributes? It may be sound simple as attributes. It has a lot of information and it means a lot. Okay. What is alert? We enable sequence generator service and we didn't configure it. Huh?
So, say suppose I configure a particular integration service saying, okay, personal data. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
In the personal data, I go to field overrides. In field attributes, I will select address type and I'll select, email ID and everything.
Huh.
For me to get it in the output. So I went to the personal data and I checked email ID, but attributes I have only configured work, not home, okay, or not personal email ID. So will it pick up the change in the work email ID?
Let me explain what I understood. You're saying like in the field attributes, you enable the field called home address, work address, home email address and work email address. You enable the attributes and you go to the employee profile and you change the home address or work home address.
Yes.
And the employee is not picked up in the output. It will not be picked up because until you had in the attributes, until you make home address to be enabled, it will not pick up. You can try it.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what you do in the field attributes, it should also be configured in the attributes.
Yes, output file should track what all the changes, home or work. Until you enable both, it will not show you both the both the types.
Okay.
Try this. Real time example. It's a very good example actually. You can try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next, coming to see, we have this alert just because our sequence editor we configure that service. It is not done. That's why you throw this alert.
Okay.
We run out of time. Okay. I'll configure I'll take other 5 minutes and complete 2 services today. Okay. So let's complete since we talk about sequence and data service. We will configure the sequence and data now. Okay. See, increment sequence by what number? You want to increment by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. How much is the sequence you wanted? You can do it. Make it 2. Basically, we'll have 1 because to know the count, we use 1. Okay. You want to have some zeros, for example, I want my output file to be in the form of format like int001. Output file to be like this way. Let's take int sequence like output, int output. I'm just giving a format, okay? And my output should be in the format like 00001. Okay? YYY NN dot CSV. Okay? How will I do this? I said I want 001. I just don't want 1. I just want 001. You can adding zeros here. Okay? And I want the format to be int underscore output. And if you scroll your mouse over here, it will show you the sequence. If it's going to be sequence, it has to be SUQ. Can you see here? 5 example is there. 5 S sequence should be in square brackets. Can you see it here?
Yes.
So you can make it SEQ.
So I have a quick question. So what is the day in a year and day in a month?
If you open it. Okay. Day in a year is like, for example, I feel it this way. I feel this is the explanation. Month, you have it as like 1 to 30 days. Okay. You can only maximum 30 days. In a month, in a year means 30, 65 days count.
Sorry?
365 days count. See, for example, from January it's 1 to 30. It is in a month, it is 1 to 30. This will be only 1 to 30. Day in a year means today is 5th or 10th from January. What is the day in a year? Like count of the day in a year is maybe a kind of 258 days or 300 days like that. Got it? See. From January, what is the count of till today?
Okay.
That is day in a year.
Okay.
Day in a month is 30 days. That's it.
Okay.
It makes sense, right? Yeah. Okay, and then you can see the, once you click OK, you can show you the sample one. This is how my output file looks. It says 0, 1 minute. So I gave 1 0 padding. Padding has 1 0, right? So it gives you 1 0 here. 0 to 1 minute. What did I give here? I gave Y, right? 1 minute. Let me check my format.
Okay.
Okay, sequences. So Y is okay. 2020 10. So it didn't take the padding. I'll just do the paddings. Okay, I have to give the number. It's two padding or some 2 padding or like that.
Okay.
It's 2 zeros. Okay, see 2 zeros. Start with
Okay.
right. Okay, that's right. Got it? Sequence and data. You want to get basic difference between PG and pickoff. You have included PG and pickoff in your resume.
Yes.
Okay.
I've done more of. I have told them that I've done more of PG and I just know how to create pickoff. That's it. I've not worked.
Okay. Hey, I'm just ran out of today we'll end up with this. Okay. We ran out of time. And tomorrow we'll see first 15 minutes I'll complete this co-connector. Okay. And I'll show you how to create document transformation and add it to the business process. We'll see the complete thing. Within 20 minutes I'll cover it up. I'll give you a brief, 15 minutes of PG, what difference between pickoff and PG is, okay, and what are the components we have, a basic configuration of PG, okay. What are the pre-setup for PG, okay. Before we start the PG integration, something about the configuration part, right, and writing the XSL decoding, okay. But before that, we have a lot of steps to follow in PG. I'll take you walk through that for like 50 to 20 minutes, and then we'll start with Studio. Okay, this is what I have planned. Is it fine? Hello?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I got the interview date. It's on Wednesday.
Okay.
Said it was Tuesday or Wednesday, so they finalized it to Wednesday. That is 14th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I want to cover within that. That's why.
Yeah. See, that's what we planned it for actually 10 hours, right? So I will be taking more than 10 hours also. So I'll mostly cover it up with that. Mostly by Saturday I'll cover it up.
Yeah.
See, even I'm just going faster. I'm just going so that I know you're into the system. I'll go faster and you'll try to follow it and you can cover it up.
You think we need extra time? If you can tell me, I'll talk to Alok.
See, I'll try to
Just
cover it up before that only. Okay.
okay. Okay.
See, you know, right? I'm covering each and everything.
Yeah, covering everything. That's why. I know. I told you, right? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm totally
I'm not
dependent
missing
on.
everything. I'm trying to cover whatever knowledge I have. I'm trying to share it with you. Okay, each and every option I'm going through them there, and what are options is available. So I'm just telling you. Today I'm just this exhausted. Sorry, I will take another 10 minutes. I'm totally really exhausted today. Okay.
Oh, that's okay, not an issue. That's what. So if you, in case if you think we need any extra time, you just let me know. Like maybe in 2 days you will have an idea, right? So I'll talk to him. Tell him like we need some time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. We can do that. But I'll try to cover it up before that only because. And if you follow, it's fine. I can go faster and complete it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So tomorrow I'll cover it all the co-connector options and what are the features available in co-connectors, and we'll do one transaction. I'll try to cover a maximum of 20 minutes. If it goes beyond, we'll try to mostly cover all the integrations tomorrow with respect to co-connectors and pick-off and PG, because you have said more on work on PG, right? They'll ask you about that scenarios and they don't ask about the coding. Don't worry about XSLT coding. We definitely don't ask about XSLT coding because even experts, they don't type. We just copy paste the functions. Okay. So we don't ask all these XSLT coding at all at any interviews. Okay. So don't worry about the XSLT coding. I'll share few I can share some of the XSLT functions, whichever I have it. I'll share it with you. Okay. So don't worry about the XSLT functions. We'll concentrate more on the scenario part. Okay. So what happens if
can we have like half an hour session on the last day where you can tell me like how I can talk about the scenarios in each and every concept?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk you to that. Okay. Sure, Sushma, we can do that. I can help you on that. Okay. And yeah, so for what I am suggesting is like take one EIB. So as I told today, right? Why we go for EIB outbound instead of a report? Why it also gives us ES3 file, right? So prepare yourself for one EIB outbound. Why you go for what you went for? You can say like business process transaction I was using. I want to go for effective transactions. I can test multiple transactions. I want to go for one effective date, and I was using group by functions, and I was able to achieve that. Okay. One skin of EIB inbound, outbound. One skin of EIB outbound is you can say I was updating the in government IDs. Okay, as a bulk, I was doing that, and you can say, let's say, co-connector. I was doing the same change file, co-employees change file, and also I was taking the location change file, position change file, supervisory organization change file. Why do you send? A downstream was asking for it. Okay. Or downstream expects a change file, and I was sending to them. Okay. So once a downstream they ask, say ETL. Okay. ETL do a lot of transformation with the change files. Okay. Just say that, and I'll give one scenario for teaching. Teach is one simple. Okay, for payroll purpose we use. I give the entire setup. Tomorrow I'll take you to the entire setup and give you what is the checklist with respect to PG. Okay. And one studio, one inbound and one outbound scenario, I'll do it. Okay. See, you are so scared about the studio, but don't worry about that. The studio, with respect to studio, they don't ask you about codings at all, ML expression, nothing. They'll ask, tell me one scenario of inbound and outbound, and tell me the flow of it. You just have to tell the flow, like I was using this component, with that they know the what component you are using and what flow they are using it. Okay. That flow I'll tell you in detail. Okay, so that will be easy for you to explain them here. Like, see, taking a complex one, you yourself getting confused, it's not going to work out. Okay. Since you projected like you worked in India, right? It may be for Indian client as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't take it like, don't take it too much complex, too much easy also. Take a medium one. That would I suggest it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try to cover within Saturday maximum. If not, we'll extend. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, Sushma, we'll end up for today. We can see tomorrow. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure, Sushma. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.